Hello, everyone. Paul Elam here with another message today from A Voice for Men. And today I'm continuing my conversation with Pete the Mangina, who goes by Whatever Man here on YouTube and has had considerable difficulty remaining logical and objective whenever his manginosity gets in the way of his thinking. It's yet another version of thinking with your dick. But first of all, Pete, I do have to give you credit. You seem a nice enough fellow with a pretty thick skin. I mean, I really appreciate that. But I have to say that you also seem bright enough that you can do better than what you're doing in this argument. Case in point, you talk about pregnancy as though it is something a man does to a woman, rather than what it is, the result of two people deciding to have sex. That is Mangina 101, Pete, so let me clear you up on a few things based on some quotes from you, or rather from one. You say, and I quote, "The power really is with a man. You get to choose whether or not you inseminate a woman." Pete, please. Men don't choose who they have sex with. Now, they do choose who they want to have sex with, but that's a different matter. It is women who choose, and the man simply does what he can to be chosen. That's true almost all the time. So please don't make it look like that a man just looks at a woman and decides, hey, I want to inseminate her, and then it just happens in the next 10 minutes. You know what a mating ritual is. You know who does the song and dance, and you know who does the choosing. So come on, Pete, be real about this, would you? And since women do that choosing and are the ones who risk getting pregnant and who in fact have all the rights as to what happens afterward, how can someone as bright as you ignore all that and reduce everything to something as reductionistic and inane as men choose whether or not you inseminate a woman? I'll tell you how, Sir Pete. Manginosity. It's the modern day chivalry that carries with it the subtle sexism in the idea that women are so incompetent that they must be given rights without responsibilities, and the responsibilities must be borne by men whom you imagine have all the choices. Come on, Pete. Where's your oh so sacred logic in all of this? The rest of your argument, minus the unnecessary ramble about forced abortion, wherever the hell that came from, seems to focus on the idea that women during gestation and shortly after delivery are entitled to a man's resources. Okay, first, congratulations for not making some crazy bullshit argument on behalf of 18 years of child support. But also, please consider that even what you did say doesn't hold water. In this day and age, women can and do have children without any help from men whatsoever, well, aside from the sperm. It happens all around you, Pete. So, in your claim of biological necessity, as you put it, what do you have to support your argument? A woman can work up till shortly before delivery and very soon after. As I already said, they do it all over the world now. So where is your biological justification that a man must be forced to participate if he does not want to be a father? Again, Pete, your logic has fallen to manginosity. In this day and age, women can and do have and raise children without men. It's where we get the term sperm donor for absent fathers, and perhaps where we should employ the term sperm receptacle for women who push fathers out of the home or ones that get pregnant and use abortion as a means of birth control. Sorry, Pete, but you're getting slammed here with your own words, your own logic, if you will. Women have the absolute choice of who they have sex with. They have the absolute choice of whether or not they get pregnant. They have the absolute choice of whether or not they remain pregnant. And they have the absolute choice of whether or not the man is severed or inextricably tied to their decisions. And you want to take exception to the idea that men should have any measure of choice at all. You're a mangina, Pete, a chivalrous dinosaur, giving us every reason to see why dinosaur is synonymous with extinction. It is time, sir, for you to let little girls grow up into responsible women. And it is also time for you to quit being the primary reason in Western culture that so many of them don't. Well, have a nice day, Pete.